Morning all, I'm out today doing a post-Christmas walk to burn off a few calories. We're walking from Wetherleap Car Park, which is just up the Coquet Valley, up from the village of Alwynton. The plan is to walk up to the Border Ridge and take a right turn along the Cheviot Summit. I'll make a decision whether I'm going to Cheviot Summit or not when we get to the Border Ridge, because it's probably going to be pitch black about 4 o'clock today, and I don't necessarily want to be walking in the dark when I'm walking alone. I'm walking by myself today and I'm carrying my Spot Gen 3 locator beacon. I'll put some information on the page about this. Basically, it allows me to communicate with friends, family, or if in worst case scenario emergency services, let's just say I have an injury, break a leg or something like that. Great thing about the Spot Gen 3, it doesn't need any mobile phone service, it just works off satellites. It does however need an annual subscription to allow you to do the communications. As I say, I'll give you some more information about that on the page. I'm just walking past a place called Murder Clough on the way to Icy Walk. Not sure if you can read the inscription on that stone. Not sure if I can read it myself actually. Robert Lumsden killed Isabel Sudden. I can't read the date on there. Maybe you want to look at on Google at a later date. Let's carry on. I'm just about to turn off the track. Well, it's a road really that leads to the farm at Uswayford. And now I'm going to take the footpath up to the Border Ridge. That hill there that we can see still got a bit of frost on it. It's called the Middle. And over there, don't know whether you can see for the sun, is Kidland Forest. It's sunny now, but it's quite deceptive. It's still about -3 degrees. That's the track I'm taking there. It's quite steep to start off with, but it soon levels out. Not a bad view this morning. Just catch one last view down towards the Coquet Valley before I head off over this crest. Absolutely perfect morning for a walk. Well, it's so cold now, I've just gone to take a drink from my hydration pack and the tube is frozen solid even though it's got insulation on it. So I guess I'll just have to stay thirsty for now. Hopefully if the sun gets on it, it might thaw out a bit later on. I'm still heading up Icy Walk. It certainly is one steep climb. I'm absolutely wrecked, but it'll be levelling out shortly. Got to be worth it though for the view, surely. That tree in that hill in the centre there with a little bunch of trees on top is Middle Hill, and the little tiny one in front of it is called the Middle. You probably can't make this out because I think it'll be in silhouette. We've only got half a mile to go now to the Border Ridge. If I'm perfectly honest, I'm a little bit behind time. I should really have been an hour earlier, given the amount of daylight that we've got. The first sight of Cheviot, just behind those trees. And I think that crag along there is called Braden Crag, but feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. We'll get the broader ridge, see what the time is, and see whether we're going to go to Cheviot or not. There's just a bunch of cloud starting to head towards Cheviot there, so hopefully it'll stay away for now. By the way, that's Cheviot there, and that there is Hedgehope, where we were up last week in the really bad wind and rain. Looks a lot nicer up there today. Gotta say, the weather's fantastic. There's Windy Gale. Well, that's me arrived at the Border Ridge eventually. It's about 5.3 miles or something like that, and it's taken just 2 hours, which is slow, but it's so icy underfoot, you've just got to take it easy. Just show you around here. Got Windy Gale over there. There's some fell runner. You wouldn't catch me doing that, especially in these icy conditions. Over that side of the fence is Scotland, which I believe they are in tier 4. So I'll stay on my side of the fence in England, or Northumberland to be more precise, which is currently tier 3. Unfortunately, the view that we had of Cheviot is now gone. You can still make out Hedgehope. Make a decision now whether I carry on to Cheviot or take the shorter and possibly safer route to Windy Gale and back down to the Coquet Valley. Right, I've decided to make a dash along to the Cheviot and see how far I get. We're just walking along the border fence now. Just point out just down there, that is the Shill. That is the Cheviot, Hedgehope, Cushat Low, and Bloody Bush Edge. Well, I suspect there might be no more views today because I'm just about to be enveloped in cloud. That's what I'm heading into, and I can feel it getting cold already. I was just thinking about heading back because the mist was getting so thick, and it seems to be lifting a bit. That's Oak Cane just appeared through the mist just now. This path is so slippy, it really is, but I'll carry on for now, see how it goes. But yep, I think this mist's going to clear up shortly. There's a junction in the path up here. I need to carry straight on for Cheviot, or you take the left for Oak Cane. Just thought it was worth showing you this extremely thick frost up here. I suspect it'll get a lot thicker as we get nearer the summit. It's really cold now, but it's okay as long as you keep moving. Well, it's still 1.25 miles to the summit. I really am running out of time, but I'm going to carry on because as long as I'm on the decent tracks, by the time it's dark, I don't mind walking. I've got a couple of head torches with me, so hopefully there shouldn't be too many issues. Right, I shall crack on. I think I've actually just came out above the clouds. Just came up that path there, just past the junction. Still gloomy back there. But it's looking very nice over that way. If you look at the second horizon, that is Simonside. And I think in the kind of first horizon is probably Headshope. Could be wrong there, but I think that's Headshope, the first horizon. I'm heading on this way up the Cheviot. There's about 1 mile to go. It's amazing the difference that just a few meters can make. That's me just arrived at Cairn Hill. Still clear up here for the minute, but not back from where we've just came. It's absolutely freezing cold now, mind you. 3/4 mile to the summit. Well, I finally made it to Cheviot Summit. Not really much to see now that we're up here, and it is absolutely freezing cold. Last time I was here was in December 2019 when I came up to raise a glass to my mum and dad, Henry and Thelma, who both passed away last year. So mum and dad, cheers to you too. That's me just dropped out of the clouds now. Daylight's fading fast, so I'm going to be walking in the dark for a good few hours. But I've just used my Spot GPS beacon to check in with everybody who is on my check-in list, so friends, family, etc. So they all know that I'm fine and there's no need to be concerned at all. Probably not be much more in the way of views today because I say it'll be dark soon. But we're heading down and I've had an enjoyable day. I'm still heading down along the border ridge. There's Oakup Cairn just popped out of the clouds. There's a little bit of view out towards the coast. Might get a bit of a sunset later, I don't know. Still a lot of clouds drifting about. And there's Windy Gyle. You can just see the cairn on the top, just kind of directly beneath the sun. Much better now at the down out of the clouds. been so cold today, my water has been frozen all day long, so I haven't had a drink. And I've been in kind of a bit of a rush, so I haven't even stopped to have lunch. So I did have a hot flask of soup in my bag. It's probably cold by now, but maybe I'll stop at some point and get that. It's turning out to be a half decent sunset. Don't know if you can see that behind there. That's just back up where we've came from today. Cheviot, still in the murk and the mist. That's me back on the main track now. It's about two and a half miles back to the car. It's been a long but enjoyable day, so thank you very much everyone for watching. As you can see, I've got a pretty much full moon over my shoulder, so I've been navigating actually without the head torch. It's reflecting off the little bits of snow that are lying around. Still very cold, water still frozen, but had a great day. Thank you, see you next time.